kind of funds are being used now, and people are proposing and they are getting funds. And another main section is the development of NSDA, National Spatial Data Infrastructure. So state level data infrastructure is getting carried out in 25 different states in India. So I think there are a lot of opportunities coming up in these areas, and my main concentration is on research and academics, which has a lot of disadvantages, but I can't help it. That's where I get projects now. Now, what are the disadvantages of doing this kind of work, business in research? I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow with this project. That's one thing. And there is no end. These people keeping on, they are research people. They are not, freezing the requirement is very difficult. They will get one new idea tomorrow and it will be quite out of the place, and we have to do it. And we need to learn a lot, of course. And yeah, one advantage is that getting money from these people are very easy, because they are not business people. When they say that they will give you money in these milestones, they will give money. So that's one advantage I enjoy there. But these projects never finish. And other than the WebGIS one, the other land use, land cover change, it keeps on coming, the statistic part and blah blah. So I don't know whether it's a good way to try to get business in research, area. Now, problems. There are a lot of problems which I face in that matter. Everyone, license issues of the softwares, and too many ideas. And for me, I'm trying to focus on a lot of areas now. I think that's killing me sometimes. And budget estimation. So I must admit that as a startup, my first aim was to get some project somehow. So I underestimated some projects and gave them, and they were happy and they gave me project, and after that I started suffering. So that's one thing you must be really care of, I believe, that even if you are a startup, just there should be a good balance between the money and the work. And the request for a demo and a proposal is one another thing. So now every month we have to spend a lot of time on just developing demo and proposal for different projects, and they never come back. I think that's the same situation everywhere. Either the project is getting held up or it's getting normal delayed. Now, is it worth to go in this particular way? I must say I'm enjoying, but other than a lot of hard work to put up into this, yes, it gives you a freedom with some compromises. There are a lot of compromises, and yes and no. The money is always a factor. We are getting money, and no, when we don't have some money to meet the overheads, that's also a problem. And may grow. So there is always a doubt at least for other people, but let's see. How the master courses in HFT Stuttgart helped me in this endeavor. That's one main thing. Actually, I took this way as my full time immediately after my HFT. I got a job, but at the same time I got some projects to do myself. So that's when I decided, okay, I'll do it. I'll drop the job and do it full time. When I think about what I learned from HFT, is all I can say is OGC, open source, WebGIS technologies, and photogrammetry. I think the OGC and open source which I learned from here has really been a path-breaking stuff for me, at least for me, because maybe it's different for different people. From my background in India, it's really working. I can see that trend, coming up. For people are interested in OGC, they're getting to know about OGC. OGC was a foreign name, alien word for them till now, because not a single course in India has included. I don't know about now, but at least when I was coming here for the masters, in the syllabus of the master courses in India, they didn't have the OGC specifications, nothing. So I think now people are getting to know about it, and I can see a lot of tenders published in India is, for state government and all. They are specifically saying they need the solution in OGC specification and using open source. I think that's a big surprise for me, and there may be technical difficulties and other issues regarding that. I know that, but for me that's a good trend, at least for OGC specification. Again, another thing which I want to mention is even the SDAs which is already developed in many countries. Now the projects are coming up, like they want to bring their SDAs to the OGC framework. So the projects are generating with this kind of technologies right now. Yeah, so these are some of the examples which I just mentioned. You know, there was a tender last month for the Abu Dhabi Municipality SDA. They have a well-established SDA, and they're going to spend a hell lot of money just to implement the OGC specifications for them. And there is another one from India that's actually active now. The deadline is July 30, to build an optical fiber management system for BSNL. And the tender clearly says that they want to implement WMS and WFS, and they want to use open source. BSNL is the biggest mobile company in India. Okay, so I think 2 years back we can't even think about something like this from a company like BSNL. You know? So is getting noticed, and I think there are a lot of projects coming up towards achieving the OGC compliant solutions. Mainly, I think one reason is people are getting more aware of the strength of open source tools, at least in WebGIS. Okay, yeah. So this is something which I added later. What about society? When that's one advantage which I get when I said I'm trying to get some business from the research field or development projects which is happening in India and Nepal. So directly or indirectly, of course there is money, but not me, but we are trying to contribute something to the society back, and because these are research-based projects, and it's always a give and take policy happening in at least in research field. Now, is there any advantage of being in India, which is my home country? Of course, the cost factor is there, especially for me because I work from my hometown. So it's like I know I can handle the situations really well when I am in my hometown. You know, the logistics, local logistics, and for personally, I get more confidence in achieving the projects, project goals when I'm there. And you can negate that wide options for getting human resources. It's easy to get people, but there is a problem. The technical sound people, to get technical sound people may not be that easy, but we will get at least geoinformatics based people a lot. And if they have the courage, they have the sense of learning more, if I can give them training, there are people who will catch up very fast, and that's how I just have 5 staff right now, and I gave them training, and they are doing not bad, they're doing really well now. Yeah, and it's easy for me to try collaborative models with other countries, and of course in India at least there is a positive trend in this field. I should say we haven't reached any saturation till now. Again, the awareness about SDA, OGC and open source is spreading, as I can see in the tenders and other bidding documents. Now, so that was my main talk. I just want to show you one species distribution management system which we developed for our client in India, in Bangalore. So we used the OpenLayers MapFish combination, GeoServer as a server and PostgreSQL as the backend. And the background of this project is that they have collected species information from biological hotspots in India for last 5 years.